My name is Andrew Riggio, and I live in Walpole with my wife.
My name is Vicky. I grew up in North Walpole, New Hampshire, and we now live in Walpole.
We've been participating in Bald is Beautiful for several years. This will be our sixth
Sixth
year,
year.
And we've had a great time doing it. It's been a very fun experience for all of us.
Like for me personally, and for Drew, we've known obviously people in our families, friends of family, etc., who have gone through cancer, have survived, not survived, or are currently in treatment. Me losing my hair is nothing. The stares, people making comments, people saying, "Oh, I'll pay you not to shave your head," that is nothing compared to what people go through when they actually go through treatment. And for me, doing this is a way to honor people and to help people in the community be able to have their treatment.
She came up to me, this is my favorite part of the whole thing. She comes up to me and she has this sort of sheepish look on her face and she says, "How would you feel if I got my head shaved?" And I said, "I don't care, why?" And I think she was kind of surprised by how in stride I took it, because she'd been thinking about doing this, but she didn't know how other people would react to the idea of her getting her head shaved. One of the great parts about it is when you get ready to go to work in the morning, you'll step out of the shower and just take your towel and go, whoosh, and that's your entire hair care regimen. In Harry Potter books, they talk about, Voldemort as he who shall not be named, And at one point in one of the books, one of the characters says, the more you refuse to talk about it, the more scary it gets. So when we participate in this, I feel like we're taking a stand and we're, facing up to the problem and saying, people in our community are dealing with this. This is real.
The most interesting things about coming on that day is the people that you meet. You don't just come and get your head shaved and walk away. I don't think we've ever just gone through, checking in and going through the process of getting our head shaved and just walked away and haven't met somebody, talked to somebody, or interacted with somebody that hasn't been just like an incredible experience. Like last year, we were in line with a woman who had really long hair, and she not only was donating her hair, but she was having her head shaved. She was really nervous. It was the first time she'd done it. And Drew and I just talked to her about like our experience, like what we've done. And then, or that might have been 2 years ago, and like last year, we were in serious competition with the Cheshiremen for fundraising. We're a little competitive, but we were like, neck and neck with them, and it was all fun stuff, and like, they happened to be in getting their head shaved around the same time we were, and so I ended up talking with one of them, and he's like, "Oh, I want to just give you a big hug," and so he gave me a big hug, and like, it's all good. You may be competitive, and you're like, "Oh yeah, I want to get that top prize," but in the end, it's about what everybody does together, and the more people that do it, whether you're the person that shaves your head or you're just a person raising money, you're making that difference.
So we encourage people who believe in this cause to sign up and form their own team and fundraise. Even if they're not going to get their head shaved, they can still show up that day and hang out with everybody, and their efforts will be appreciated just as much as anybody else's. And the other thing is, like Vicky was talking about, you meet some extraordinary people while you're there. It is real people who are dealing with this, and that is the whole motive.